Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock, which means it's time for another video. And on Magic TV today, I have my two favorite people in Magic, and I'm not kidding. It is the greatest father and son double act in the galaxy. It is the incredibly, unbelievably, awesomely talented Harry Nardi with his dad, Peter.
Unlucky. Unlucky.
Cheers
yeah,
cheers and happy New Year.
yeah. Cheers to that. Yeah. That's how we like to start 2026 off. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Very good, very good. Although, just quickly, you did say double act. We are actually going to put a double act together, isn't it?
We've been booked to do a theatre show over in Holland with Leo Schmetzers. And we're going to do a double act.
So there you go.
That's amazing.
Oh, 'cause-
So we're going to see.
Yeah.
We're doing a mind reading double act,
Yeah.
which I haven't written yet, and a magic one. But it's not till next year, so we've
Yeah.
got time.
So you're going to debut it at the Alakazam convention in May, right?
No.
I doubt I'll have the opener by then.
But no, very exciting still. But anyway, yeah. How are you though? Good?
I'm good. I was just saying off camera, you guys are dominating this industry. Like, and I'm not even just kidding. I mean, obviously we're here to talk about the 1914, but before we get to that, like everything that you guys have done since coming out of COVID, I mean, it's just remarkable. Opening up the American operation and having Chris James run that, Alakazam Unlimited, taking on all of the range from the Ace Magic Studio, announcing the convention, acquiring Print by Magic, and now, we'll talk about this in a minute, but acquiring the 1914. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like I've never seen it. I mean, it's total complete and utter dominance. Like there's no other company that's coming close to making the impact in the industry that you guys are making right now. It's insane.
Do you know what? And thank you for that. And we have been working really hard, but I honestly think that we've discussed this before. I think there's a lot of ingredients that went into that melting pot. But the key ingredient is him.
Yep.
Because he has got, when I think about, when I started Alakazam, I was Harry's age. Every other magic dealer was the age I am now. So I was the young gun with the fresh ideas. I was probably the first magic company to be on the internet in the UK. The only other one that I remember being on the internet at the same time was Hank Lee. But apart from that,
you were definitely the first company that brought out fancy packaging as well, and all the really you were the first company to do that. I remember that.
Yeah, and the thing was, I had the drive and the vision to change or to start a magic company to maybe go against the grain of what everyone else did. And I had all the enthusiasm, all the excitement. And the thing is, and I'll be totally honest and open, I think before lockdown for a few years, I think I took my foot off the gas and I was coasting. We were still getting product out. I was quite comfortable. The orders were coming in, emails going out. And then Harry joined, which obviously excited me because I've now got my son with me. But now Harry's got the passion and the excitement that I had, which in turn has made me excited again.
Yeah.
And it is things like, when you talk about the convention, we first spoke about the convention 20 years ago, and we couldn't find the correct venue. We couldn't find this, we couldn't find that. And then it got to the point, I'll be honest, where I think, do I want that extra work? Do I want it? We're busy. Whereas now Harry's here, we're sort of going, yeah, we do. We do want that extra work. We want to do the convention. The Alaka fan community has grown far beyond what we thought it ever would. So yeah, I think quite honestly, Harry's the key ingredient to our resurgence. Because
Yeah.
I think when we started 20 odd years ago, I think we were UK dealers pretty much near the top. And then we probably slipped down a bit where I was just coasting. And then Harry hit us with that excitement, the energy, and everything else. And yeah, the company's moving fast.
But
It really is.
I think as well, it's very fun. That was very nice, by the way. Thank you. I think as well, what's nice because we still got, even though we're growing, we still got a small team. So everyone is like not valuable in like a thingy way, but like everyone is recognised and noticed for what they do, and everyone's got a place. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like we're a big team. It's not like you've got a massive company and you're just like a number or something like that. You know what I mean? Andy's so good at doing the customer service and that side of things. You know, Emma is always doing stuff around the shop. Amelia's doing the pyramid management stuff. You're doing the product stuff. Jamie's doing the thing. But everyone gets recognised. Mum obviously helped run basically everything, but everyone gets recognised, and Chris does a good job. You're gonna forget people, right? But Adi does so much stuff. But everyone's got their role and is appreciative of what they do. You know, everyone brings something, and I think that's a nice thing as well, where everyone gets recognised for the work they do, which is nice.
Yeah, and we're not, even though we have grown as a company and we have got on more employees over the last couple of years, we're never ever going to be that faceless company. You know,
And I think that's why people love you. I think that's why
phone
people
lines
love
are
you.
always going to be there. You know, the shop, as far as you know, the shop is getting busier. If I'm honest, purely once again because of Harry's socials. We probably had more lay people in this year than we had in a whole year before lockdown.
Yeah.
You know, things have changed because people are now coming and going, I saw you on YouTube, I'd like to learn a magic trick.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that walk in and go, I've got £30 to spend. You know, they come in and mimic Harry doing his thing. But it's great.
And you know, bringing lay people into magic, one is a good thing because obviously more people getting into magic, the better. But secondly, we haven't talked about this. You set up that almost like satellite magic shop for lay
Yeah.
people, which I assume has, you know, got even more people that are maybe lay people into magic, and obviously they will go from there to Alakazam, I imagine. So
Yeah. Yeah, so we have a lot of people. That's in Folkestone, which is about 20 minutes drive from here, near the coast. Lovely little which got like
It's a harbour arm, isn't it?
yeah, it's the harbour arm, but they've got all these little huts
Market
on
hall,
there.
yeah.
And it's quite it's a nice place. You've worked there a few times. You
Oh, I
love
love it. Thing is, it's really hard at magic, isn't it? Apart from conventions, when really can you show layman tricks and also be able to have the time to pitch it to them? You know what I mean? Where that's the important thing, you know, is telling people that they can actually do it themselves. So many times they go, oh, yeah, he's going to show you some tricks. You go, well, you can learn it. You go, what do you mean then? And I go, no, it comes with video instructions. We teach you how to do it. And it has been really good, you know, a lot of people now that come in, one of them actually got the Mirage coin set the other day, and they started off by getting the beginner side of Post Harbour Arm, and ever since then, they've been getting more and more and more into it. And that's good, you know, that and social media really is big in terms of getting in front of new people.
Yeah.
And also, we are proud of the products we have. Every Alakazam trick, but also the Amazing Magic range, we know they're going to be able to go home and do, because it has clear video instructions. There's no booklets or faffing around, you know, it's a straightforward 5-10 minute video to get them hooked. And
we don't blind them with science. It's just...
But then once they're in it, they can get a project or get Imagine, you know, one of them things. But yeah, very good.
you never know who those people will be. Like many years ago when I was 18, I worked in a joke and stage shop and they had a little magic counter. And I used to damn the simple stuff in there. And this guy came in once and he was looking for a fancy dress costume and I showed him a trick and he bought it and he'd come in every single day. He'd be buying more tricks and more tricks and more tricks. And we used to sell the old Eddie Gibson stuff and I'd be selling him trick coins. And that guy ended up being Chris Congreve.
Wow. That's
So,
insane, isn't it?
yeah, you never know. These people that you're getting into magic, you never know what impact they're going to have on the industry.
Also, it is such a privilege, really, because how many people got into it through buying a Svengali deck at a store? So many people. And so to be the person on the other side of the counter that might inspire someone's whole life choice is unbelievable. You know, it looked at what, oh, you just sell Svengali deck. It's so much more than that. You know, that's their first taste of magic in real life for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's so good.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, everything that you've done before we mention the 1914, talking about the convention, because you mentioned it briefly. This is so exciting. Like, I mean, obviously, when you announced the convention, you announced Mark Spellman, which
Yeah.
is, you know, he rarely lectures. He rarely does anything in the industry because he's so busy. And just having Mark Spellman on the bill is just, I mean, that's huge right there. But then you announced a second name, didn't you? You announced have you announced a second name?
They're all announced now. So we have got Mark Spellman,
Boom.
we have got Tom Wright.
Wow. I wasn't even
Yeah.
aware of Tom Wright. Killer.
Yeah. We have got David Jonathan flying in from the US.
His first ever lecture over in the UK.
Yeah. And we have the legend that is Craig Petty lecturing.
I'm so excited. I didn't
Good
realize you had
birthday.
announced that. That's bloody amazing. That's great.
I'm going to put a post up today because now it's all out there. Even though we actually did manage, I know we're going to say it, we have managed to get some few more tickets. But I will put up, these are people lecturing, so it's clear.
Yeah. And then we're planning to have some little surprises going on throughout the day. So we've got 4 main lectures going on throughout the day. And then we've got a show in the evening as well. And then we've sort of got these little satellite talks that are going to be happening hopefully throughout the day as well. So there's always going to be something to do. The venue is beautiful. It's a modern cinema in the middle of town. There's going to be, you know, you can eat and drink in there. But if you want to walk into town and get a McDonald's or have a pizza or whatever, it's a 5-minute walk. You got a sports bar downstairs. There's a hotel about a 20-second walk from the front door. It's the perfect venue, and we're really excited. And we're hoping this is going to be the first of an annual event.
Yeah, I can't imagine why it wouldn't be.
Also, the amount of people as well that are flying over for it, despite the fact it's a one-day convention, is incredible.
And it's a small convention,
Yeah.
let's be honest. It's a small convention, but we have got people flying over from America for the convention.
And dealers who've messaged us who would need to fly over, you know, we're still going through that. But honestly, it's so exciting. And that's what it is, you know, all these projects like Print by Magic thing and 1914, the convention, it is just exciting because we are passionate about it. It's not like you've just bought something and you've got loads of paperwork to do. Like now we can print custom cards. How cool is that? Now we can release 1914 stuff, which is fantastic. Now we can meet more people and introduce more people to each other. It's all just such fun stuff, you know, even though it is obviously more workload, it's all fun. So
at some point, you're going to have to change it to the Alakazam group. Like the amount of stuff you've got going on under the Alakazam umbrella, it's crazy. I'm fully expecting you to announce that you're buying Murphy's or something next week. Like,
we've got an offer in there, Craig, right?
I'll keep it on the down low. But I mean, everything that you've done, we need to talk about the 1914. We need to talk about that because this is the biggest thing coming into the new year. This is the news that everybody is talking about. Obviously, the 1914 is a very, very, very recognizable brand. And I'd love to know basically what happened with the 1914, what led to you guys going, you know what, we're gonna buy that, we're gonna acquire that, how that all came about. Because I know you've made quite a few decisions as to how it's going to be bought into the Alakazam infrastructure, and I know that you're talking about how it's going to be powered by Alakazam, but it's going to have its own identity. Can we talk about that and all of the process behind it?
So, I mean, the backstory is Dee works a lot at the Magician's Table in London, and quite a few months ago, I was speaking to Noel Porter, a good friend of all of ours, and Noel does the odd day at the Magician's Table, and he rang me up and he went, "Oh, you know, speaking to Dee last night, he sold the 1914." So this was about 8 months ago. And I didn't really, I just said, no, why has he sold it? And he went, oh, he's concentrating on performing and this, that, and the other. So I totally forgot about it. You know, it's sold, it's gone, that's it. And then just, I think it was mid-November, I subscribed to Mark Elston's Metabolic Fig email that he sends out every week. And Mark reviewed, I believe it was the Tom Bleasdale book.
Yeah.
And at the bottom, he said, I'm really sad that the 1914 are closing down. So I thought, well, that's a bit weird because I heard they had sold the company. So I just recently updated my phone. So all my contacts are on there, but none of them have got names on them. So I can't, unless someone rings me, I can't search for a name. So
Yeah.
I'm looking on my phone, looking for Dee Christopher's number, and I'm not getting anything. So I spoke to Jamie, and I said, Jamie, do me a favour, can you speak to Dee and just get his number for me, or ask him, if I can give him a call. So I gave Dee a call and I said, look, what's the situation? I heard you sold the 1914. And he went, no, we were in talks and whatever, this happened or that happened and that happened, and we just, it never happened. So I said, well, what's the situation? And he said, we're thinking of just closing it because Lee wants to concentrate on performing. He's working 6 nights a week or 7 nights a week at the magician's table. Jack is, I don't know if he's a film producer or he does something with production. And I think something he had done was going to start moving forward. So he didn't have any time to do it. He wanted to focus on that. And we all know that running a magic business is a job that takes up all of your time. You can't do it half-heartedly. You can't. So for the next 3 days, we just sat down and discussed the possibility of Alakazam purchasing the company. And then we came to an agreement where we purchased the company. I mean, obviously the Nardi family had to have our meeting and see whether we wanted to purchase it, whether we could take it on, just with the way things are going, because we are getting really busy with Alexander. How's it going to be if we had another company? You've got to take into, all these ideas. And then obviously there's a huge financial commitment. One, you're buying the company. And then 2, there was hardly any stock left because they were running the company down. That was it.
Yeah.
We're closing, so let's get rid of stock. So as well as having to financially outlay to buy the company, we then had to get in touch with all the manufacturers and start rerunning all the products. And we're talking, I don't know how many products we're rerunning at the moment, but maybe 10 or 15 products. All of those at one time, that's a huge financial commitment.
That's going to be a lot of money, yeah. Wow.
But we really respected the brand. I've always been friends with Dee Christopher. I think he's a great creator. His passion for the 1914 was evident with everything they did, him and Jack. And it was a brand that we thought would suit the Alexander Group. It would fit in with us because a lot of people that sort of watch your videos now and are shot from us have probably been in magic 5, 6, 7 years. What they probably don't know is when Alexander started, we were known as the mentalism company.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted mentalism, you went to Alakazam.
Yeah. Over the years, that has changed. We still do mentalism, but we do magic. We're dipping our sort of toes into various areas. But at that time, we were the mentalism thing. So
I actually remember at around about that time, you and Mark Spellman having like a separate brand of
yeah,
Alakazam that was all very heavily mentalism focused.
yeah, Inner Mind Productions,
Yep.
we had that. So we were heavy into mentalism. So when the chance to purchase the 1914 come up, we thought it would be a good fit. And I know there was a couple of comments on when we put the post up, when we announced it, someone put a post up saying, because we said, oh, we're going to keep the brand, we're going to keep the website. And someone put a post up saying, oh, they have to, it's part of their deal. That was never part of the deal. We bought the company, we could do what we wanted with it. It
Yep.
was our decision to keep the 1914 brand because we didn't want to dilute it. We didn't want just another 15 products added to the Alexander back catalogue. You know, we wanted to keep.
Thing is, they've
the
got,
brand.
yeah, and they've got such a good following and a deserving following as well, right?
Yeah.
All their products are fantastic, the quality of the products is fantastic, and considering like how many products they've got, all of them, the quality has remained the same.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's even things like the filming, I mean, that is some of the best quality filming for tutorials, just in terms of the quality, camera quality now I've ever
Yeah.
seen, you know, it's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah.
And also, people that like the 1914 love the 1914, right? It's the same with Alexander. If you like Alexander, you like Alexander. If you like any company, you like any company, right? But we decided, yeah, to keep the website because the way their tutorials work and everything like that is
The
fantastic.
whole look of the site is great.
Yeah, you've got all the downloads people have already got, and we're obviously conscious and keen of people keeping what they purchase, which is obviously right. But when you're taking it over, it's a bit of a tricky one. So we're keeping it everything like that the same. And also, it's just a great line of products. You know, they've got a very distinctive, like USP almost, isn't
Yeah,
it? Like,
yeah, no, they have. And when we spoke to Chris about, you know, the ethos behind the 1914 and the way they choose what products to put out. So we really went in depth with both Dee and Jack as to, you know, the type of effect that they would bring out with the 1914, what sort of criteria it had to match. And so we want to follow those lines. And it's great for us because if someone comes to us with a trick, we can say, yeah, that's an Alakazam. But if it's something that we feel is the 1914, and funnily enough, Harry's next product, which was going to come out through Alakazam, as soon as we bought the 1914, we went, well, it's got 1914 written all over it.
yeah.
You know?
It's just brilliant though, their downloads are great. And I don't know, there's just so many good products there that if the company did just go and just close down, they deserve to be out there.
Yeah,
you know?
it would have been a shame to see them go because it's a wonderful brand. They worked very hard to get it to where it was, to get the respect it had within the industry. And to show you our commitment as well, everything, Harry's new trick, the whole packaging design and everything is done by the 1914 designer, not my designer, who is a Gower. He's been with us for years. But everything is going down the 19. We're using the same manufacturers as the 1914. We're using their designers. We even got the color grading for their videos.
Yeah.
So we can color grade our 1914 videos to give them the same
packaging.
sort of look and feel, the same packaging. So yeah, we really want to continue the 1914 legacy. And even though it is part of the Alexander Group, it will have its own identity.
That's great.
And it's sorry, an exciting thing as well is not only the products they have, but the products that are yet to come out. You know, we were speaking to them, so many great products. One actually Simon Lipkin pitched to us before, but then he said, I'm already releasing it through 1914. But
yeah,
you know,
we wanted it.
Yeah, and so the stuff that are yet to come out is, to be fair, I'm not just saying it, some of the best tricks I've seen, period. Not just for 1914 or Alakazam in Magic in general. You know, the Castle wallet is fantastic. You know, there's a couple of other things coming out. You know, there's something involved in a book which is incredible. There's such great effects coming out. And again, that's exciting for us, you know.
And you guys are actively looking for more artists
Yeah.
bring on board in 1914, is that right?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. But there was 6 unreleased 1914 products. So when we bought the company, we also got these 6 unreleased products. Now, most of them have already got prototypes.
Yeah.
I think 2 of them are already in manufacturing stage. One of them will be launched at Blackpool, which is Simon Lipkin's Castle wallet.
Yeah.
Harry's will follow on from that not long after. And I will say that there is one thing that is slightly different, and that was one of the 6 items. I looked at it and I said to Dee, I said, this is fantastic. Why didn't this come out? And he said, well, our feelings behind the 1914 was it had to match this criteria, and this criteria. And this product didn't match one of them. But it matched the 2 that it needed to match. So one of them is price, and it didn't match the price. The 1914, they wanted everything to be under £100. That was their thing.
Yeah.
Whereas this product, to get it manufactured, would have been over £100. And I said, but what are you going to do with it? And he said, I would never have released it because, you know, I wanted to, but we couldn't get the production down. And I said, well, that, you know, we are looking into releasing that. So it will be more than £100. So you will see some changes in the 1914, i.e. we're not going to be governed by trying to get cheap trick. If a good trick comes in that we feel is part of the 1914, but it's going to cost a little more, that will come out through the 1914. We're not going to be restricted.
No.
The only thing we're going to be restricted by is the feel of the effect. Does it feel 1940?
Yeah, the look, production, feel, everything like that. But yeah, it's so exciting. I mean, these are some of the ones we've had back. Obviously, I say world famous billets, the industry famous billets, which are actually incredible. I actually didn't realise how good they were.
Those billets are incredible.
I know, it's so weird, isn't it? Right. Our billets good, but they are bloody brilliant.
Do you know what? We were out of these, so we rerun these. So we're rerunning a lot of stock. And once they're run, they're sending us 1 box by air and then the others by sea. We got a box in yesterday, the day before we filmed this, of 120 units, sold out in 2 hours. Now, I must admit, I've got some billets in my close-up bag, which I bought from Amazon. They won't part. I tried to teach Andy the other day, so I do a really nice little one ahead routine with billets. And Andy said, oh, can you run through it with me? And I got a bunch of my billets. I couldn't even spread the 3 cards to do the effect. These things are beautiful. So as soon as the box turned up yesterday, I grabbed a handful, Harry grabbed a handful, so we're sorted.
Yeah, unlucky guys. But yeah, within 2 hours they sold out, which is exciting. And the other thing as well is 1914, just quickly, is obviously powered by Alexander, but it's separate. And it's so nice to see that people are getting this stuff that may have never heard of Alexander before or got anything from Alexander before. So it's really nice that we can sort of supply different areas of the industry with different products like this. Are fantastic. Now it's a similar sort of to the liquid forks where it's just an evergreen item. You know, people, the quality is the best. They're the best billet. Liquid forks are the best forks for bending. Yeah. And you know that's always going to be required. They're fantastic.
And we're making sure we've got plenty of stuff.
Yeah. Orphic, just quickly, the Orphic, I know obviously there's been tons and tons of wallets out there. I don't think, apart from the Assassin, this is just my personal view, I don't think I've seen another wallet being mentioned as much. Just from
as the
Orphic, in my point.
Well, the Orphic is my everyday wallet. It's the wallet that I use every day. I was on the tutorial for it. I absolutely love that wallet. I think it's brilliant.
So the 1914 were out of orbit, so these are being rerun.
Yeah, with the same manufacturers and everything.
Yeah, there is the Orphic wasn't available in brown, was it? That's the Orphic's only ever been black, I
It's
think.
only ever been black, yeah.
Yeah. So the Orphic's being rerun. The Shadow wallet is being rerun because they were out with the Shadow as well. One upgrade we've made is the brown Shadow wallet is now going to be Crazy Horse leather. Same manufacturer, but we're upgrading the brown leather. So the black will be the same. It's a good quality black leather, but the brown is upgraded to Crazy Horse. So when they come back in, we're running the shadows in the carbon fiber,
Yeah.
the brown and the black. So
You know what I love about this is for years Alakazam have been known as the shop for wallets, like some of the most iconic wallets of all time. The ones that people actually use, the Stealth Assassin, the F1, Gentleman Jack, all of these wallets, they're Alakazam have really kind of become known for. I'd say the second place in the last few years has been 1914. The Shadow wallet and the Orphic wallet have really kind of blown up beyond any other wallet that's been produced by any other company. Like I remember when the Shadow wallet came out, Murphy's brought out the Nexus wallet at the same time. No one has ever heard of the nobody carries a Nexus around with them, but everybody carries a Shadow and Orphic as well. And the fact that you guys have now bought these two kind of giants of wallet manufacturers together into, yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
well, there's more in the pipeline as well. Like we said, there was unreleased effects that we're really excited about, and like we said, some of those are being run now.
Yeah.
So
I will just say, by the way, I never referenced it on the Z Fold wallet project, but it's worth maybe doing an update at some point. A lot of the Z Fold wallet routines will work with an Orphic
Nice.
because obviously you've got that Himba function on the outside of the Orphic wallet. So a lot of the stuff that we put together for the Z Fold wallet project, not all of it, but a lot of it will work with an Orphic wallet as well.
we should certainly look into that.
It's really cool, isn't it? And it looks good. It's just exciting. It's so much good stuff.
Yeah.
This one was back. Overdraft. I know that blew out as always. That's been one of the popular effects.
This is one that we just run as well, which was Thy Will Be Done, which is phenomenal. See, this was another thing with B as well, is they were talking about a lot of the stuff. They were saying that they wanted a lot of their stuff to feel like EDCs, to be able to fit into, a wallet, stuff you can do out and about. So that's another focus point for us, is what feels like that. But Thy Will Be Done is a lovely one, just uses one tarot card and you can form a fantastic
Amazing.
routine.
I reviewed it. I love it. It's so good. It's great. It's brilliant. It's there's so much love about it.
Yeah.
What I will say, just quickly as well, because I just don't want to forget about this bit. Obviously, the website for 1914 is staying the same, everything like that. But what now we've taken it over allows is that you're going to get the Alexam customer service for a start. You're going to get shipping from our UK and our USA store. So anything you order on the 1914 website, if you live in America, will automatically get sent from our American store. If you order from anywhere else, get sent from our UK store.
Yeah.
We've been able to lower the price of free shipping, which obviously for 1914 was, I think, £100, but now it's down to £40 for free shipping, which most of these products, to be fair, over that by themselves. So a lot of them is just free shipping. But it's not just funding new products, it's also the behind the scenes stuff that it gets,
and that's important that people understand that, because the 1914, obviously I worked with them on a couple of projects, so I know Jack and D really well, and it was just Jack and D, Lewis in the early days, but mainly just Jack and D, and they had to do everything. They had to do absolutely everything. And what Alakazam brings to the table, as far as I can see, is the infrastructure that you've built, the resources that you have at your disposal. The American branch, this branch, the customer service. Alakazam's customer service is second to none because of the amount of people that you have working with you and the amount of systems that you have and how long you've been doing this. D has always been a full-time performer. Jack's always had other things going on. You try and ring the 1914. In the old days, you probably wouldn't get an answer because they're busy, but you don't get that with Alakazam. You've got, when you say powered by Alakazam, that's a really big deal. That's a massive upgrade.
Yeah, yeah. It's very exciting for us. I mean, it's a really exciting time, and you know, we're still getting. I was a big fan of 1914 anyway, so I've got a lot of their products personally. But there's a few here that I hadn't seen, and I'm really enjoying going through them and learning them. Like the Eclipse.
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it?
They're marked cards.
I
mean,
know.
this is their parlor version, but their marked ESP cards are phenomenal and so easy to read.
I remember D bringing Dad out when he first brought it out. It was at a convention, and I went to watch him, and he was demming those cards. He was showing. He was on the other side of the room, and he was just having people hold up these cards, and he was like, it's a cross. It's a brave lines," and I'm like, "How can you know that from so far away? That's ridiculous."
It's so good. But the other great thing as well is like we're working on a project that links with this really nicely as well. But obviously Alakazam's got loads of ESP routines, so we might even include some of them on here. You know, there's so much good stuff, but it's also not just Mark Cudger. They're a lovely like plasticky stock, but they still spread well. You know, it's just it's a great product. There's so much on here that's great. The book has been flying out. This is absolutely real, been flying out.
Yeah.
Loads of goodies. But no, it's very exciting to be able to not just keep the brand alive, but also I think push it on in terms of having a USA location, having this location. You know, their customer experience, I think post purchase, you know, I think will be brilliant, which is nice.
Yeah, it will.
Is there going to be a face of the 1914? Like Jamie Dawes kind of takes ownership for Unlimited, doesn't he? So is there going to be somebody who kind of becomes like known as the head of the 1914? And as a follow-up question, if there is that person going to start dressing up like D. Christopher?
We did say that, didn't we? I think it's just you with like tattoos and black clothing and stuff. Just on that point, obviously the social media, if you've been watching recently, has really followed their trend. You're not going to get unbelievable on 1914 stuff. That ain't going to happen, right? 'Cause it's just different. But yeah, I mean, it is something we're thinking about, isn't it? Looking into.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard one because even though it is a separate brand, it is still us that are doing it. But I think the thing that the 1914 did that we've always tried to do is allow the creator of the effect to be the spokesperson for it on the trailer and everything else. Now, I think the difference between the 1914 and Alakazam with regards to product is the type of product that the 1914 release. The people that create it tend to be performers. They tend to be people that can perform. Now, the difference is with Magic, people could be hobbyists, but come up with a fantastic idea for a routine. And when we buy that routine, we say, "Oh, we're going to do the trailer." I'd prefer not to be on it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not confident enough, or you know, I'd rather you do it for me. So there is a difference there because I think with the 1914, everything they bring out, because it is based more in mentalism, and mentalists are usually, you don't usually see hobbyist mentalists are performance because it is mentalism's a performance.
Yeah, you can't really practice it on yourself.
Yeah, it is really a performance. You're not going to get, like Harry said, you're not going to get the satisfaction of practicing mentalism to yourself. You can't, you know. So I think the face of the 1914, as far as we're concerned, will be the artist who's bringing the product out. But I think when it boils down to it, we're just going to have to tattoo him up a bit more. Get him some eyeliner.
Yeah, I'll get a max back to where But yeah, it's no, it's very exciting. But yeah, we're the main points really. We're conscious on keeping the brand the same. Still great products. We're adding new products back in. Like for example, that one we've just had a delivery of. I don't know if they're on the website now. They might be added today. Who knows? Could be added today.
Who knows?
Might not be.
Tricolour.
Yeah.
By Simon Lipkin.
Well, Tricolour is amazing.
Yeah. Killer.
I think that was probably this and Overdraft were probably their best selling products, maybe.
Apart from Orphic, I guess.
Yeah.
They're all
to be
good.
fair, they've all
The
been
billets sell out every time, isn't it?
Yeah,
Eclipse
they've all
is
been
great.
good selling
And
products.
it's a hard one for us to gauge, obviously, because when we took it over, there was maybe a handful of each item in stock. So it weren't like, right, you've got 4 million of that, you know what I mean? It was, you've got 10 of that, 6 of that, you got one of them, but I think I opened it, so you can't sell it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a great acquisition, I think, and it's very, very exciting. I know we say that word a lot, but it is very exciting.
It is.
And what a great start to the year.
Yeah, and we're really looking forward to bringing more stuff out with the 1914, and we're certainly not gonna just leave it. It's a phenomenal company, and like we said, they've got 6 unreleased effects. Add to that the ones that we're going to put through it. We've got enough releases for 2026 already.
Yeah.
That's great, because towards the end of the 1914, there wasn't as much buzz about them, because I think Jack and Dean knew at that point they were kind of getting busier and busier and maybe moving towards winding things down. So, it wasn't as frequent in terms of the new stuff that came out as it was in their peak. So it's nice to know that it's going to go back to that as well. That's really
it is. I mean, we're aiming to perhaps get a new product out at the moment every 2 months, hit with a new product, and they'll most probably sort of come out around convention time. So I already know which one, if I can get it made, I would like to release at Magic Live.
Nice.
So, and we've got the first one is going to be released at Blackpool. So yeah, we're going to aim for a new product every 2 months as it stands.
Can I just say, just a teaser for Blackpool, this is the most, I would say, prepared we've ever been in terms of knowing what we're going to have, but it's still obviously in motion, getting stuff made, obviously.
Yeah.
We know what we
want.
You may be prepared. I'm going out next week to film 2 projects for you guys that are supposed to be coming out at Blackpool.
Oh, that's fair enough. Maybe we've written the list down, we haven't really actioned it yet, but I will say over the 4 days, last Blackpool was our best one ever. The one before that was the best one ever up until that point.
Yeah.
And again, I just think having things like the Castle Wallet, and the other things we're looking at releasing Alakazam wise, I think it's going to be really, really good. It's 4 days of demming non-stop, but I don't think it'll be 4 days of demming all the items, because I'll probably guarantee after day 2, at least one of the new things will be gone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's so just a little heads up, just these 4 days, don't hang around till the Sunday night to come over, because
one of the products that we're bringing out, one part of that product takes 2 hours to build by hand for each one of them.
Yeah.
So that
I don't know what that is.
Going to have a lot of.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
And every time we go in the shop, they go, I want one. And I say, unfortunately, we haven't got one. And that is not a sales talk, that is a true fact.
Yeah.
And that's without the main routine being added to it yet. So yeah, it's just brilliant. It's very, very cool. And obviously we'll hold back an item maybe for our convention, of course, and Magic Live. But yeah, the best place to stay updated is obviously on all socials and email list and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you want to find out about the 1914. That's the whole point. Everything is kept separate. So the 1914 website is
1914.com.
The1914.com. That's where you can access their social media, obviously Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that sort of stuff. And anything you purchase through the 1914 website. But as we've just discussed, it's going to be sent out by Alakazam, so it's going to be in safe hands.
Yeah. So if you need to speak to us about 1914 products, you can give us a call in the shop. You can use the standard sales email for Alakazam, because it is us that are running it. So even though it's 1914 branded and everything else, you're getting the infrastructure and the backing of Alakazam. So we're here to answer your questions. We can take orders over the phone. It's entirely up to you. It's exactly like you're ordering from Alakazam.
Which this year is 36 years young, Alakazam. Can you believe it? 36 years.
Wow.
That's insane, isn't it?
That's a long time, Pete. I can't believe that you set that shop up when you were 4 years old.
Jamie would say I set out when I was 100 years
Yeah,
old.
innit? Cheeky boy, innit?
I was
Cheeky
trying
boy.
to be nice.
Yeah.
So if people are watching this and they think they've got something that will fit the 1914, just reach out to you guys, right? And you can
Yeah,
help them decide if it's a 1914, if it's an Alakazam thing, because the ethos of both companies are the same.
yeah,
The star is the artist you always promote.
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
100%.
And we're
And
still going to re-promote older things as well. You know, it's not going to be like, right, that's done, now we move on. Alex, how we've always, you know, what I mean, re-promote the
Yeah.
older effects as well.
yeah, yeah, and we're really, excited to get behind these products. Like I said, straight away, we've only had the company just over a month or a month and a half. And already we've got, for the Eclipse users, we've got an Eclipse gaff deck
Mhm.
coming out.
Sick.
So that will be out in the next month or two. So we're already looking at their products, and they're all exceptional, and it's looking at them and coming up with ideas for them. Obviously, when the Eclipse Gap Deck comes out, I'll be putting loads of routines together for ESP cards using the Gap cards and everything else. So yeah, it's such an exciting thing for us. Just like you, Craig, we get most excited when we're working on projects. That's what, packing orders is great. Taking orders, speaking to customers, we love all of that. The main excitement is working on a product.
Yeah.
Love working on products. And this gives us more products to work on.
There we go. Very cool.
Yeah.
Which in turn is more people to talk to, which is fantastic.
100%.
So one last question. Are you going to be buying another company in 2026? Like, is there another acquisition? We've just gone through like so many different things. You bought Liquid Forks from World Magic Shop. You bought, the Print by Magic 1940. You like that? You like that annoying player of Monopoly that just dominates by buying every single freaking thing, so nobody else has got a chance because they've bought up all the. I can't get anything. Peter and Harry have bought it all.
Do you know what? Never say never, but we will only buy something if it will benefit our customers.
Yeah.
Print by Magic, we purchased because we thought what a fantastic service to be able to offer our customers.
Yeah.
The 1914 we purchased because we love the product and the ethos. So if another company comes to us and I would say a big problem, it's not a problem, it's the way things are now, is a lot of companies are very, very samey. We're all selling the same stuff. We're all buying them from the same supplier. So if another company come over and said, we're selling a company, do you want to buy it? Chances are we're already doing the same thing. If someone come up to us that was unique and we thought, do you know what, we're missing that, or this will really excite our customers, then we will seriously look at it. And the 1914 and Print by Magic both tick that box. We could immediately see the benefit to the Magic community with these products. If the 1914 were going to shut down, I think that would have been a big loss.
Well, you think of how much has happened from the 1914, the amount of conversations and performances that have happened from these products. If that wasn't there, then I mean, like I said, the Orchid wallet on every Magic wallet review, that and the Assassin are always one or two, top one or two, really. And if that's not there, that is a big tool, because at the end of the day, it's trying to make Magic fun to perform for the whole industry. You are supplying magicians for them to then go out and do bits and bobs, and for us to go out and do stuff, right? So that is a killer wallet. It has to be available. These billets, it seems so simple. A spectator looking at you, 2 blank bits of card. But for a spectator, these billets allow you to do doubles, to spread properly, to be able to show what you need to show, to be able to do card moves a bit, stuff like that. So
they are lovely, and it's really hard to sit here and wax lyrical about blank bits of card.
Yeah.
But
it's true.
if you use billets.
I remember when Dee told me he was bringing out billets. I'm like, what, you selling a box of paper? He's like, no, Craig. These are custom made. He said, you're not a mentalist. You don't understand. But if you were a mentalist, you'd be getting excited about this. I'm like, it's a box of paper, mate. But then I've spoken to so many mentalists and they're like, no, we could, if we didn't have the 1914 billets, oh my God, it'd be game
Yeah.
over. It'd be a nightmare. So
And
yeah.
I'll tell you the absolute truth. When we put these online yesterday, we sold out in 2 hours, but people do not buy one box. One customer purchased 15 boxes.
Holy crap.
So it shows you, I mean, these are go-to billets for people that do billet work. And when you handle them, it's like anything. There are 100 card to wallets out there. Some of them are absolutely awful, but you'll get another one and you'll be able to use it perfectly. Your whole routine will look different. It will feel different. Your movements will be smoother. And those little things are to do with, yes, it is just another card to wallet, but it's a better card to wallet. The pocket's in the right place. It's the right height. It's this, it's that. And that's what the billets are. If you do billet work, they are just blank bits of paper, but they'll make what you're doing look so much better because they handle better. They've been designed for the mentalist to use. And that's the difference. We can all go out and get blank business card stock. We can all do that. And that's what we've had to do for years. But we know they're terrible. Whereas these are fantastic. Yeah.
That's incredible. That's awesome. Guys, congratulations. Seriously, congratulations on the continued growth of Alakazam. You are so inspirational. You really are. I did an interview with you, Pete, a little while ago when you bought 1940, when you bought Print by Magic.
Yeah.
And we talked about your philosophy as an entrepreneur and how you make decisions and how you mitigate risk and so on and so forth. And a couple of days after that video went live on my channel, I had a phone call from Russ Stevens, and he said, "That's the best interview I've ever heard," because listening to somebody successful like Pete talk about how he actually achieves that growth and his mindset, it's like that interview was fascinating. And it just, and that's Ross Stevens, who won't give a compliment to anyone. So but the fact is, like, that just shows like how much you guys have done. It blows me away as somebody who runs a business. It blows me away how much you guys have just completely shot up to another level. You were already right at the top. You were. And then in the last 5 years, just to see what's happened, it's crazy. And it's a little bit like, to wrap this interview up, it's a little bit like a big boulder. When you push a boulder, you have to put all your energy and all of your effort in to even just make it move slightly. But if you keep pushing that energy in, you end up with momentum. And I think that's what's happening with you right now. You've pushed that boulder so hard, it's rolling without you even you're having to run to keep up with it because it's kind of the amount of effort that's gone into it. It's continuing to go forward on its own steam now because you've done so much in the last few years. It's brilliant.
Well, we're not, that's fair. I will say we're not actively looking to buy things up or, to get huge or anything else. We're just doing what we do, and it's naturally we're getting busier. We opened up Americas and we've now got, I don't know, 50 times more American customers, maybe 100 times more.
Probably 100, minimum 100 times
than we had. And it's not, it's all with a desire to give good service. That's all it is. And it's all just happening. It's not as if we're we have to do this, we have to do that. We're just running the business the best we can. And that's the byproduct of it. People are liking what we're doing.
The thing is, we're obviously being proactive, but also you do have to be reactive in some stuff. A lot of the times we have people come to us, I want a pack of cards like this. Oh, that doesn't actually exist, unfortunately. Now, yeah, fine, we can print them for you. American people, my order's been held at customs for ages, nothing we can do. Okay, so let's really think about a US place, So many of it is kind of listening. We have the most thing we get in the shop is people coming in. I just struggle with the confidence to perform magic, the confidence side of it, and
Yeah.
that's where we've done the similar to your series with Matt. We've got it with Emilio doing making a magician. You know, walking him through, building a confidence, stuff like that. On Unlimited, we're going to have round table talks where confidence is going to be a big factor. So we're just trying to. We love magic, but more importantly, without the magicians, obviously, the magic industry isn't there. So we're trying to just make the industry better however we can, supplying or providing the services they want, whether it be online stuff, whether it be they need help with slides, any pattern that we see that's a negative pattern, you know, having this issue, blah, 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 then we're trying to sort it out. Because if magic's better, magic's just fun anyway, isn't it? You've got to,
Yep.
we're in a lucky
Yep.
position where we can influence the industry, so you might as well do it in a good way.
Yeah, in a positive way.
Yeah.
100%.
You guys are, and through it all, you've kept that family vibe. You know, it is at its heart. However big you guys get, however much growth you achieve, you're a family business.
Oh, and we always will be. That's the thing, you know, and we say it all the time, you know, and our customers are part of the Alec family. They are part of the family. We have customers that ring us weekly just for a chat. You know, Harry has customers just ring him and they just sit on the phone chatting about football for half hour.
Which I'm happy
or what
to
they've
do
had
next
for
week
dinner.
of the league. So yeah, a lot of the time it is about dinner. But it's just good. Yeah, I mean it's nice, you know. It's just fun because you actually I can't think of another shop really where you really know, like despite the fact obviously it's worldwide company in terms of shipping online, you know, you really know people, you know, everyone know, we all talk to each other, customers come in, if two come in at the same time, chances are they met each other in Alexander before, so they're chatting, how's this, how's the family, you know, what have you done, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, it's lovely, it's a proper community. I can't think of another shop like it, really, which is lovely.
I completely agree. Guys, I know you've got to set up for a live. I know you're starting a live in a couple of minutes. So
yes.
I'm gonna wrap this up, but I want to say thank you so much for coming on the channel. I know how busy you both are. And more importantly, everybody who's watching this, two things. Number one, go and check out the 1914. And go and support Alakazam because you know 1914 has always been a great brand and now it's going to be taken to the next level. So go and follow all of the 1914 socials if you don't already do so, and go and buy a 1914 product. I would start with Visible by Craig Petty.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then, if you've got a bit more money, then go into Forecast, also by Craig Petty.
Got that there, but there you go.
There it is. Seriously,
There it is.
I challenge you, Pete, to learn a mem deck. There you are. That's everything you need.
I'm going to do it.
Well,
I challenge you.
with that, isn't it? So there you go.
Learn a mem deck. That's all you need right there in your hand, and then you're good.
Right.
But I will see you again. Pete, Harry, one more time. Thank you so much.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it. You guys are amazing. You're inspirational and you continue to do so. Thank you for everything you do for the community. And guys, leave a comment down below. Let Pete and Harry know what you thought. Go and check out all of their social media like you always do. Go and support Harry. Go and support Pete. Go and support Alakazam 1914. And I will see you again soon right here on Magic TV. Thanks very much for watching.